It was like Captain was happy to see me at odds with Ron, like he wanted to split the two of us apart, in the boat and as friends. In the time that followed, while Ron and I were still roommates, we kept a distance. We didn't speak. Some nights Ron didn't even come back to the room. I had no idea where he stayed. We gave each other the silent treatment in practice, and if he came back to our dorm, we retreated to our separate sides of the room.
All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good work out there. Greg, can I have a word with you? Grow up. He's not going to the principal's office.
Once a shit seat rower, always a shit seat rower. Isn't that right, Ron? I mean, Captain?
Novice, Captain.
Whatever. He's irrelevant. Let's get some food. I'm starving.
Aye, Captain.
Aye, Captain.
Ron's changed.
No shit. He's walking around like he's Captain's doppelganger.
Relax. I'm not your enemy. Have you heard about the team parties?
Is that what you wanted to talk to me about? Miss me? It's not really my scene.
Can you cut the shit, Greg? You know Ron is out of his element. Remember the beer bong? These parties have a lot of drinking.
Ron's a grown boy. He can have adult beverages if he wants to.
Okay, maybe drinking is the wrong way to put it. The parties have been pretty intense lately. A couple nights ago, Captain locked the novices in a room with 2 kegs and a trash can. He said they had to finish the kegs to be let out.
And Ron partook?
I assume so. I went into the room and he was passed out. There was vomit everywhere. I'm worried, Greg. This team has some skeletons in its closet.
Apparently. Captain keeps alluding to something that happened with my dad when he went here.
I don't know anything about that, but last year we had a novice go to the hospital.
So, what do you want me to do about it?
Talk to Ron. See if he can come back to his senses and get off whatever path he seems to be going down. It's dark. I've seen it. I don't like seeing you guys fighting. I still have high hopes for you.
How? You heard them. I'm in the 3 seat. It's the worst spot in the boat.
I have a hunch this is another one of Henry's tests. He wants to see if you can keep your rowing form without relying on following Ron.
Then he should have put me somewhere in the boat that matters. Ron's in the stroke seat.
3C is where Henry started out.
So it's just another game for him?
It's always complicated with Henry. I want you to trust me when I say you're becoming a really good rower. Your technique is getting better. A spot in the varsity 8 may open up sooner than you think. Henry is still tinkering with the lineups ahead of Birchwood. There's a rumor he wants to have a team-wide competition to make sure the best rowers are in the varsity 8. This could be your chance.
If I even stay on the team.
Don't confuse the team with the sport.
What do you mean?
Crew is beautiful. I think you understood that when we were out on the water at night. The way a boat balances perfectly when its rowers are in sync. The way it glides as the oars lift and fall in unison. If you're reaching for that other shit doesn't matter. The other shit, the team shit, it's just a bunch of immature college boys recreating frat culture. But the beautiful parts, that's crew. And when it was just you, me, and Ron, you were excellent at crew. Isn't that reason enough to help him?
Dawn had a way of talking about rowing that made me a believer. Years later, I still think about how she characterized it. She was right. When I look past the drama, crew made me want to become a better version of myself. How I lost my pride, my ego, and all the rest when I pushed myself in the boat. I saw myself becoming stronger and more decisive on and off the water. I was even taking my studies a little more seriously. I wasn't getting any A's, but I was trying, which was new. It was like the effort I was giving to crew was infectious. Which was not something I told my dad. I didn't want to give him the satisfaction, but I can see now how, in my best moments, I was reaching for something higher with crew. Dawn was too idealistic about one thing, though. I couldn't forget about the team shit, especially when it came to Ron. Hey, Ron. Ron.
Yo, take off the headphones.
I want to talk to you.
What the heck?
You can't just invade my personal space.
I was calling your name, but you weren't answering. I want to talk to you.
Maybe I don't want to talk to you. Ever consider that?
Yeah, giving me the silent treatment for days kind of tipped me off.
You were giving me the silent treatment. You told me to clean my own damn boat, remember?
We were having a fight, dude.
You're always running your mouth.
You called me a shit-seat rower. What about that?
You're right. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry.
Cool. Apology accepted.
Great. Can I get back to studying?
Well, there is something else I wanted to talk to you about. Have you been drinking?
Why do you care?
Normally, I wouldn't care about my roommate indulging in substances I also happen to enjoy, save for him doing them without me, but Dawn told me things have been getting a little crazy at the crew parties.
She ratted us out. Captain said she would.
She's concerned about you, dude. She saw you were passed out after that keg thing. She said a kid went to the hospital last year. I don't know, man. The drinking, following Captain around like his puppy, it's not like you.
What do you know about me? We met each other like a month ago. Look, I told you, getting to be a student athlete is more than I've ever imagined for myself. I'm actually being accepted for something I care about.
I get that. I do. But this goes beyond the team. I respect that you're a great rower. I've learned a lot from you. But can't we go back to how it was as a pair? Us against Captain and all the other shit?
We don't row pairs. We row eights. And Captain wants me in stroke. And you in three-seat.
For now.
What do you mean?
There's going to be a team-wide erg race for seats.
Who told you that?
It's going around.
Captain and I haven't decided yet.
You and Captain? He's consulting with you now?
Sometimes.
Well, maybe you're beyond saving. If there's an erg race, good luck. You're gonna need it, Pukey.
You too, fail son.
All right, listen up, team. The boats are a mess. The race against Birchwood is in 2 days, and if we don't pick it up, we're fucked. We're all rowing like a bunch of novices. The erg doesn't lie. If you've been weak in the boat, there's no more hiding. Everyone is taking this test, me included. Yeah, Coach Chance and I will review the results afterwards. This won't be the only way we determine the final lineups. But you damn well better prove yourself if you want to race against Birchwood. Novices, you're up first.
You heard, Captain. Let's show the team what we're made of.
Yeah. You better pull your ass off, otherwise I'm gonna embarrass you.
Last erg test, I remember you embarrassing yourself with your shit form.
I pulled a real number, not some narrowly qualifying BS, and I held my lunch. What are you gonna do?
Well, we line up the ergs in order of the boat, so don't think you'll be able to check me out from the end of the room.
Novices, I'll be making the calls. Strap in and we'll begin on my command. Set your monitors. Ready? And row!
Ron was right. I couldn't see him. He was on the far left, first seat, stroke. Dawn walked back and forth across the line, telling us to pick it up, but she didn't give any clues about where we stood against the pack. I came out at a fast stroke count, faster than I should have. Then I eased into something slower and more manageable as I put power into my strokes. It was only near the 500 mark on my erg monitor that I noticed Dawn was standing behind Ron, giving him commands. She was calling for a power 10, and my worst fears were confirmed as she counted down to 1.
Hell yeah! Great job, Ron. You're the first to finish. Now let's cheer on the rest of the boat.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm gonna need a minute.
100 meters. Come on, Greg. Power 10. Pick it up. You're even with a couple other guys. You can still finish in the top half. Let's go.
I finished 4th. Completely average, even though I was seconds behind the other guys, including Ron. If I'm being honest, Ron's time caught me by surprise. All of us novices did better than our first erg test, but Ron's time was massive improvement. His time was the 5th best on the whole team. I was in a jumbled pack at the cusp between novice and varsity. Captain was the best, of course. And he let us know it.
You have to demand the best of yourself to be a champion. Ron proved that today. A bunch of you bitches in the varsity boat fell flat. We're making changes. Ron, you're coming up to the varsity 8. And Dawn, you're back with us too. There may be more changes to come. I'm gonna talk to Coach. No seat is safe. See you on the water first thing tomorrow morning. It'll be our last practice before Birchwood, so make it count.
Captain swapped Ron into the bow of the men's varsity 8. A couple of lightweight novices came into our boat, including one who took over the cock seat left by Dawn. Inexplicably, Captain put me in the stroke of the novice 8. He said we were going to race each other, the novices versus the varsity.
Let's line up those bow balls. Steady! We're practicing the race course, okay? On my call, both boats start rowing. Ready? Row!
I don't know if I ever wanted to win as much as that morning against the varsity 8. I barely listened to our cocks, who kept commanding me to bring down the stroke rating. I remember thinking, fuck it, if we're gonna lose, at least I want to know there wasn't a single ounce of strength I left on the water. So I went fast and hard. I kept that going the whole race.
Bring the rating down, Greg. This isn't sustainable.
Fuck you, it isn't. It wasn't beautiful rowing. It was ugly and chaotic. But behind me, I felt the other 7 guys reaching in the same direction I was, trying to grab something just out of sight. Across my line of vision, I saw Captain, the stroke seat of the varsity 8, parallel to us. That means we were even. And from then on, the middle to the end, I kept my eyes in the boat, focused only on me and the force I felt like I was commanding.
You're gonna lose to these novices? Come on, Henry. Bring up the rating.
Last 100 meters. Just go power fucking. Give it everything you got.
Did we win?
It was close.
Fuck!
We won. By less than a seat, but we won. Captain went into a full-on rage, smacking his oar against the water, cursing out everyone in his boat. It was probably the day that moved me from an admirer of the sport to a full-on rowing fanatic.
I'm done fucking around. Greg, you're coming in our boat. 3 seat, behind Ron. We'll get some other novice bitch to take your place. I'm not fucking losing against Birchwood. This is the final lineup. Fail, son? Swap in.
After I joined the varsity 8, we didn't lose another race that day. We finished boat lengths ahead. All that swapping and switching finally led to some alchemy that seemed to get the most out of all of us. Coming back to the dock, it felt like the boat was on the verge of something special. But I couldn't help noticing Ron holding the hand where he had those awful blisters.
We're set. Good work, guys. Good work. We'll take off tomorrow, and tonight, we party. See you all at my house.
You okay, dude? Is it the hand?
It's nothing. I'll drink some beers, I'll be fine.
Let me see. Maybe Dawn can help.
No! Leave me alone.
We're teammates now, man. I'm just trying to help.
If you cared about me, you would have stayed in the novice boat. You couldn't let me have just one day where I could prove myself on my own? Just go ahead, take the room. I'll see you at the party.
I wanted Ron to be happy for me. I wanted things to be normal. But I realized the hurt feelings had sunk in. My success was a threat to him. I understand that, because it was like that for me, too. When I really cared about something, I couldn't see others doing well and think, good for them. I had to be better. It's what stopped me from trying in school. If you can't beat them, don't try. But here on the rowing team where everything was competition, I hoped I could share the small victory moving up with Ron. At least I had Dawn. Wow, this is what I've been missing? So cool.
You're a freshman and you're already jaded about college parties? What, did you grow up in New York or something?
Technically, yes, though most of my childhood was spent bouncing around boarding schools.
I knew it. New York kids always act like they've lived 1,000 lives by the time they get to college. It's too early for you, man. Enjoy the shitty keg beer. Go kiss a girl's team novice.
I don't know. Nothing and no one is speaking to me. Shouldn't we not be drinking anyways? Isn't it supposed to be bad for your rowing?
Yes, but we here at Alderbridge like to set the bar extremely high. Can we be great and get wasted regularly?
Have you seen Ron? He was pretty upset with me after the races today.
I saw that. You two are drama. Are you sure you're not gay?
Really, Dawn? Aren't...
I'm not saying it from a place of judgment. It's just I know gay couples who seem far less coupley than you two.
No, I guess it's more like I see him as a younger brother, you know? Which is weird because I don't have siblings.
Yeah, my read is he doesn't want an older brother.
Fine, maybe he and I should just fuck and get it out of the way.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at my hands. Huh? You see these meaty mitts? Blisters are a part of rowing.
No shame. We all get them. Ron, can you come over here? So, our newest member of the men's varsity 8 would like to show you his blisters. Ron, show the people.
Oh, yes.
You've let these get pretty gnarly, Ron. But no fear. There's a doctor in the house. All right, not a real doctor, not a real doctor. It's me. Let me get my tools. You see, treating blisters is a delicate procedure. And you definitely want to be sober. Woo! Oh, fuck. All right, I'm not sober at all. I'm not sober. I'm gonna need a resident. Who's gonna help me? Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. How about our other new member of the men's varsity 8? Fail, son? What do you say? Are you up for some surgery?
Don't do it, Greg. Ignore him.
Come on, it's easy. I mean, don't you trust him, Ron?
I don't.
Even better. All right, let's make this surgical theater. The Gross Clinic by Thomas Eakins. Any of you classless illiterates seen as paintings of late 19th century scholars?
Captain, it's not a big deal. I'll bandage them.
Oh, no. We don't bandage on this team. You'll hold the oar in your hands, like we all do. This is the tradition, and you'll comply. Got it?
Yes.
Good. Greg! Fail, son. Come on up. This'll be fun.
Shit.
Did our favorite rom-coms we adored growing up totally warp our ideas around love, relationships, dating, and sex? Spoiler alert, they sure did. And we're here to unpack the mess with a feminist twist. I'm DB, and this is Rom-Com Bomb, a Sex Ed with DB podcast show where in every episode we go under the covers with a beloved rom-com, strip away its hidden toxic messages, and rewrite the script on love and sex. This series is perfect for fans of sex-positive podcasts, film nostalgia, feminist cultural critiques, and anyone ready to challenge outdated love tropes. Tune in now. Just type in Sex Ed with DB wherever you get your podcasts.